You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
The Jerez circuit is back in the MotoGP spotlight after Yamaha officially tested their V4 prototype engine for the first time. This test is a historic moment, considering Yamaha has been known for its inline-4 engine for a long time. In the closed test, Rins became one of the first riders to try out the new machine directly. The sensation is completely different. The engine power feels more fierce, the acceleration is very responsive, especially when exiting corners, said Rins when interviewed after the test session. A Yamaha made a big step with this engine. I can feel the potential is very promising. This V4 engine is reportedly part of Yamaha's strategy to rival the performance of other factory teams such as Ducati and KTM, which have long relied on the V4 configuration and successfully dominated the track. With the presence of this engine, Yamaha hopes to return to the championship path. The test in Jerez is said to have gone quite smoothly, although there are still some areas that need to be refined. Rins added, "There are still many things that need to be adjusted, especially in terms of stability during hard braking. But overall, it's a big step in the right direction." There has been no official confirmation of when this machine will be used in official races, but with this promising test, MotoGP fans are certainly looking forward to seeing Yamaha back competing in the front row. And here's the full story. The Jerez circuit that morning was anything but ordinary. Behind the tightly closed paddock doors, Yamaha were writing new history. For the first time since the MotoGP era began, the Iwata-based manufacturer was finally testing an engine with a V4 configuration, leaving behind their long legacy with the inline-4 engine that has characterized the Yamaha M1. And who was the rider given the responsibility of experiencing this revolutionary machine first? Not Quartararo. Not Morbidelli. But Rins, a new recruit who is known for being calm but sharp, and has extensive experience riding a variety of MotoGP bikes. Not just a new machine, but a changed philosophy. Yamaha is known for its elegant and refined approach. Their bikes over the years have been built for fast, smooth cornering on the track, and rely heavily on a flowing style of racing. But in reality, in recent seasons, this approach has fallen behind. Ducati took off, KTM surprised, and even Aprilia stabilized. The V4 engine was a symbol of great change. Yamaha finally realized, if they wanted to compete, they had to change. Initial test, V4 performance unveiled at Jerez. In the closed test session, only a handful of people knew the details. But from the leaks that emerged, Rins was impressive. Not only from his time record, but also from the expression on his face when he got off the bike. Honestly, this is very different from the usual M1. From the first pull, it already feels brutal. But it's fun, said Rins with a chuckle in the post-test interview. He mentioned that the power from the V4 engine is much more explosive, especially when exiting slow corners, an area that has been a weakness of Yamaha bikes. "If I used to have to keep my momentum, now I can be more gas-bowl and come out of corners with confidence," he continued. But not everything is perfect. Although his first impression was positive, Rins did not turn a blind eye to shortcomings. Some aspects such as corner entry stability and traction control still need to be adjusted. "It's still a prototype, and I can feel Yamaha is just starting to touch the potential of this bike. But they are on the right track." Some Yamaha engineers are also rumored to be focusing development on the gearbox and chassis areas, in order to find a balance between power and agility, two elements that have been Yamaha's DNA all along. A bold move that many are waiting for. It's not just Yamaha fans who are looking forward to this change. Even rival riders and MotoGP observers have long voiced that Yamaha needs a V4 engine if it is to remain relevant at the front of the grid. This change is not without risk. Developing a new engine from scratch requires huge resources, time, and of course riders who are able to provide the right feedback. Rins' presence here is no coincidence. He has experience with Suzuki's inline-4 and Honda's V4 engines. What's next? There has been no official confirmation of when the V4 engine will make its racing debut. But from the body language of Rins and the Yamaha engineers, you can tell this is no longer just an experiment. This is the future. If all goes well, this engine could appear in the next tests, maybe even in a wildcard race. Or at the very least, we'll see the bike in full season action from 2026. One thing is for sure, Yamaha has changed. And the MotoGP world should prepare for their resurgence. The atmosphere in the paddock of the Jerez de la Frontera circuit felt different this morning. Alex Rins, rider of the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP team, has officially arrived for the much-anticipated private test session. The main agenda, testing the new V4 engine that Yamaha is developing, a move that marks a major technical change of direction for the Japanese manufacturer. Rins' presence at Jerez was a particular highlight. Since joining the factory Yamaha team, the expectations of the public and MotoGP fans have been high, especially regarding his role in assisting the development of the bike. Rins, known as an intelligent rider with high sensitivity to the character of the engine, is considered the right person to provide in-depth input into the performance and potential of the V4 engine. Yamaha has been known for its inline-4 engine that offers smooth and agile characteristics in corners. But in recent seasons, Yamaha's performance has begun to lag behind rivals who have used the V4 engine configuration, such as Ducati and KTM. This trial in Jerez is also an important point in Yamaha's mission to catch up. This is a very important moment, not only for me personally, but also for Yamaha's future in MotoGP, said Rins when met by the media crew in the paddock area. I've talked quite a lot with the engineering team, and we all have the same spirit, wanting to bring Yamaha back to the top. The Yamaha V4 engine to be tested is reportedly an early generation prototype that is still in the basic performance evaluation stage. Rins is scheduled to test several different configurations to get comprehensive feedback, both in terms of power, torque distribution, and stability during hard braking and corner exit. This test session will also be directly monitored by Yamaha's technical management, including engineers from the headquarters in Iwata. In addition, the data team will look at every lap Rins devours to analyze the differences in the characteristics of the new engine compared to the old version. MotoGP analysts call Yamaha's decision to develop a V4 engine a bold, but necessary step. If you want to compete with Ducati and KTM again in terms of straight speed and acceleration, the V4 is the way to go. But it's not just about the engine, it's the whole philosophy of the bike that has changed, said one technical observer. With the test session scheduled to last 2 days, the results are expected to determine Yamaha's development direction for the 2026 season. Rins recognizes the importance of his role. The pressure is definitely there, but it's a challenge that I like. I want Yamaha to succeed, and I will give 100% on the bike, he concluded with an optimistic smile. The test may not have produced any eye-catching times, but one thing is certain, a new era of Yamaha is beginning, and Alex Rins is at the forefront of that change. Historic transition, from inline-4 to V4. From the 500 cubic centimeters era to modern MotoGP, Yamaha has been known for its approach that prioritizes the bike's agility, corner stability, and progressive engine character. However, changes in aerodynamics regulations, tire evolution, and the top speed dominance of rivals meant that this philosophy was no longer enough. Although riders like Fabio Quartararo and Maverick Vinales have challenged Ducati's dominance, Yamaha has struggled to maintain consistency, especially on circuits with long straights. Now, with the V4 engine under development, Yamaha is trying to catch up on the aspects of performance that they have been lacking: explosive acceleration, stability under hard braking, and the potential for higher top speeds. For Yamaha, this is a long-term project, and Alex Rins, who comes with experience racing for Suzuki and Honda, is an important pawn in this mission. Alex Rins, experience, toughness and sensibility. Since the beginning of his career in the premier class of MotoGP, Alex Rins has been known not only as a fast rider, but also as a reliable bike developer. At Suzuki, he played a major role in bringing the GSX-R to the top, while at Honda, he recorded a surprise win at COTA 2023 despite the bike's technical conditions not being ideal. Now at Yamaha, Rins brings a unique combination of aggressive racing style and a keen eye for bike character. I feel very motivated to start this project with Yamaha. We know the challenges are big, but I believe in the new direction that is being built, Rins said in an exclusive interview at Jerez. I have tried many different bikes, and I will bring that experience to this test session to help Yamaha find the best direction. Rins is scheduled to do more than 50 laps over the 2 days of testing. Yamaha's engineering team has prepared 2 early versions of the V4 prototype, each with a different torque configuration and mass placement. During testing, the main focus is on throttle feedback, low-to-high-speed transitions, and stability under hard braking critical situations in modern MotoGP. Yamaha's strategy, no longer defending, but attacking. Yamaha's move to build a V4 engine was not without risk. The transition from an inline-4 to a V4 required major changes in almost every aspect of the design, the chassis, weight distribution, even the rider's riding style. However, with competitive pressures mounting, sticking with the old philosophy would only prolong the gap from rivals. Yamaha engineers, including some brought in from the World SBK Racing Division and past YZR 500 projects, are now working day and night to ensure the project is on track. We are no longer talking about defense. We have to be aggressive, bold and innovative, said one senior Yamaha team engineer who wished to remain anonymous. Testing at Jerez, more than just a test. The Jerez test is the starting point of a series of developments that will continue until mid-year. After this, the machine will be re-evaluated in internal testing in Japan, before a more mature version is introduced to other Yamaha riders such as Fabio Quartararo. If all goes to plan, Yamaha expects the V4 engine to make its official debut in the 2026 MotoGP season. However, early results remain crucial. Feedback from Rins will determine whether this development direction is correct, said a MotoGP technical analyst. If he feels this machine is close to expectations, that's a good sign. Expectations and reality. MotoGP is a world where every second counts, and the slightest change can be the difference between victory and failure. Yamaha is aware of this. They know that fans, sponsors, and the entire MotoGP ecosystem await the results of this grand experiment. But if there's one thing to be sure of, it's that they're serious about rising to the occasion. And Alex Rins? He's not just a test rider. He's the spearhead of Yamaha's big dream of getting back on top of the world podium. Today in Jerez, that first step began with the sound of a V4 engine roaring for the first time on a European track.
You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got it bad.